today we're going to talk about something called perimeter. Do you guys remember what perimeter is? When somebody asks you to find the perimeter of something, what are you looking for? The measurement around the thing or object that you're looking at. Okay? So we know how to find the area of things, right? So the area of a square would be length times height, right? So that gives us a little bit of information. So if I wanted to find the area, I'm going to multiply the length times the height, or the width times the height. Okay? And that's going to give me some information. For perimeter, I'm looking for, and you guys should be writing this down if I am, is the distance all the way around. So you need to find the length of each side in order to find your perimeter. Okay, so that's super important. So what do we know about squares and rectangles? How about let's start with the square. What do we know about a square? The length of the sides. It has 4 sides. What do we know about those 4 sides? If it's a square, what do we know about the sides? What do they measure? No, that's the area. What do I know about a square? The sides of a square, guys. Come on. It's elementary stuff. Come on. And what about the 4 sides? What do we know that they measure? They measure the same. They have the same measurement. You guys don't know that? You don't remember that? Or you just don't want to participate because it's Monday morning? Well, I need you guys to participate every day. All right, so the length of a square, the square has 4 equal sides. What about a rectangle? Is there any equal sides in a rectangle? No? You don't have any equal sides? Okay, so here is a square. This measures 8, this measures 8, this measures 8, this measures 8. Here's a rectangle. This measures 6, this measures 4. What is this side going to measure? How do we know that? Because it's a rectangle. Okay, so your top and bottom are going to measure the same. What about this side here? How do you know that? Because it's going to measure the same as the opposite side. Okay, so you do actually have some information about the lengths of sides of a rectangle and a square, right? Right? Yeah, okay, so this is important to know when you're doing this assignment. All right, so I'm going to look at this first one here. What we're going to do is we're going to find the perimeter of some composite shapes. Okay, the term composite or a composite figure means that it is made up of more than one shape. Okay, so you could write that down. Composite figure is made up of more than one shape. You should write that down. So I'm going to look at the first one, and what kind of shapes do you see? What do you think you can make? How many shapes do you see here? I see 2 shapes too. What kind of shapes do we see? Triangle and a square? So where would I draw a line to create these shapes? Right? Okay, so you're saying I should just come straight down here, right? And what kind of shapes does that actually give me? A rectangle and a triangle, right? Okay, so I have some really good information. Okay, so now I have to figure out the lengths of these sides, right? So I have, this is 2 meters, this is 9 meters, all of this is 4 meters, this is 5 meters, but I don't know the distance here. But I have plenty of information, right? So if this is 4 meters and this is 2, how much is this going to measure? 2 meters, right? So this triangle here, which is where I need to find this missing side, is 2. How about here, from here to here, this side? Can I figure it out? I know this is 5 meters, and this whole thing is a total of 9, so how much is this going to be?
4.
It's going to be 4. Okay, so Saul, I have a right triangle, because here's my... So that means if I drew a straight line down, I also have a right triangle here. So this side opposite of that right triangle is called the what? It's called the hypotenuse. Okay. So my diagonal is my hypotenuse. It's also known as side C. We like to call it side C. So I need to find out what side C measures. I know my A and my B. What do I need to use to find side C? What formula? What formula? Say it again, Matthew, nice and loud. Absolutely. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Isaac, if Kevin said it and wanted to be heard, he would have raised his hand so I could have heard him. And I know you guys have this information, so don't be afraid to share it. So what is my A going to be? I'm in the habit of using my smallest one, so I'm going to say 2 squared. What's my B? 4 squared. And what's my C? We don't know, right? So it's going to be C squared. So now I can just solve this. What's 2 squared? What's 4 squared? What's 4 plus 16? So then I need to take that root of 20, right? Is 20 a perfect square? So I can take the root of 20. Oops. And what do you get? About, right? Approximately what? 4.47. So I'm going to go ahead and round it up to the nearest tenths. And I'm going to say 4.5. It's approximately 4.5. But what is the question actually asking me? What am I supposed to find? What is it asking me to find? Find the perimeter, right? So I need to take all this information and add it up to find the perimeter. So I can use my calculator here. I'm going to take 9 plus 2 plus 5 plus 4.5, right? Because that's what we averaged it out to. Plus 4. And what does that give me? What is the perimeter? 24.5, thank you. Is approximately, is it exact? No, because this is an approximate. So we can say it's approximately 24.5 meters. Does that make sense to you? So it's just taking that information to find the lengths of these sides. You're going to have to do some higher level, some deeper thinking here. Okay, you're going to have to take what you know and apply it to this new concept of looking at perimeter of composite figures. Okay, so let's look at this one super quick. Where would you draw your line? Here or here? The second one, right? So it would be more beneficial to me if I drew this line this way. Right? So now I can tell you the measurement here, right? But let me ask you something. Do I know the measurement here? Or am I going to have to do this here and find both sides, both triangles? What do you guys think? I have to find both, because I can tell you that this measures what? 16. I can tell you that this measures what? 18. I can tell you that this is 8. So I can tell you the measurement to this side and this side, but I don't know this side. I can tell you the measurement for this side and this side, but I don't know the hypotenuse. I can figure them out though, can I? And then I can add up my lengths to get the perimeter. Okay, so you might actually end up having to do something like that. So let's go ahead and do that one. So I'm going to look at my first triangle, and I'll make it the bigger one. And I'm going to say that I have 16, 18 equals side C, right? First thing I'm going to do, man, I'm going to go back to these triples. Is it a triple? Nope, I don't see 16, 18. So that means that I have to actually do the work. 16 squared plus 18 squared equals C squared, right? But I'm going to have to do another one, so I'm going to go ahead and draw a line here. What is my second triangle? 8, 16, and then C squared. Is it a triple? Nope. So close, but no cigar. So I'm going to have to do 8 squared plus 16 squared is equal to C squared. Right? Okay, go ahead and solve these two. Come up with the perimeter. All right, check your answers. How many of you guys got approximately 108? Nobody got that far? Okay, so here's where a lot of you guys are getting stuck. You have to take the root. You have to remember it's not C until you take the root. It is C squared. Once you take the root, it'll give you an approximate answers. I got 17.9, 17.88, which is 17.9. It's close enough to 18, so I'm going to make it approximately 18. So when I added it, I had pretty close to whole numbers. It's approximate. So your answer should be plus or minus 1. Okay, depends on if you round up or if I round up or not. You should be rounding up. So we're not copying it. We're going to look at a couple. Okay, so this one, where would I draw that line? Number 3, where would I draw the line? Huh? Yeah, probably just bring it on down here, right? So I'm going to go ahead and draw a line here, so that gives me some information to go on and a side to find the missing side about. How about over here? Where should I draw the line? Across the top, probably? Yeah. That'll give me some really good information. And I can find this missing side. For number 5, this is a lot like the one we just did at number 2. So we actually just have to find this side, right? This one's already cut for us, right? So these should be pretty simple. You should know what to do. There's more on the back. And this is your homework. It is a short day, so you should have some time to get these done. I am going to have you guys cross off 9 through 12. Because we haven't done circles or pi yet, so we're going to go ahead and cross off 9 through 12. Okay, so we've done 2. There's a total of 8. You have 6 problems left to do. Got it?